So many candles, so much fire. Why? Because candles are pretty, that's why. Greetings, hero. It is I, your friendly neighborhood rabbi, and I'm here today to talk to you about lighting candles in the beginning of Jewish holidays. We have a big candle lighting holiday coming up, or 3 or 4, and if it's important for you to light candles for these holidays, it's important to me to teach you the right way to do it. But first, real quick, I just want to say if this is the first of my videos that you're watching about the fall holidays and you haven't seen any other ones, you should know that this is one video in a series of 31 videos I'm calling the Fall Jewish Holiday Challenge. That is 31 videos that teach you a lot of different aspects, at least 31 of all the different holidays we have in the fall, all the customs around them, all the different things we pray and the different things we read, some stuff we light, some stuff we eat. And I made these videos for you so that by learning more about the holidays, you can actually have a more meaningful and joyful experience. Because you're not all like, what page are we on? What are we doing these things? I don't get it. When you do get it, you get more out of it. So if you're interested in participating in that challenge, click the first link you see in the show notes below, and I'll give you another link at the end of this video. But right now, back into it. Lighting candles before holidays. But John, I thought we light candles on Shabbat. Why are we doing it on holidays? We do light candles on Shabbat. Nothing gets by you. But for the exact same reason, which is marking the transition between regular weekday stuff and holy time, and also just beautifying the experience, candlelight dinners are nice. Just like we do that for Shabbat, we do that with Jewish holidays throughout the year. It's a custom to light candles on the first and second night of Rosh Hashanah, also on the first and second nights of Yom Kippur. Just kidding, there's only one day of Yom Kippur. You thought you had to fast for 2 days. Psych! Bad rabbi. And you also light candles for Sukkot, the first night and the last night, or if you're a 2-day holiday person, the first 2 nights and the last 2 nights. That's a lot of candles. And so if this is something you want to do, I thought I'd help you out by teaching you the right kind of candles to light, when to light them, and what to say when you light them. First off, for the holidays, I like to use the same kind of candles that I use for Shabbat, which is Shabbos candles. Shabbos is a fun way of saying Shabbat in other dialects. And the reason we have special Shabbos candles is because they're sort of just the right size. They're made out of the right stuff. They're made out of like beeswax or paraffin or something, and not, unkosher beef tallow. Yeah. And they're just the right size that when you light them, they'll burn all through, say, a nice dinner and into the evening. And by the time everybody's ready to go to bed, they pretty much burn themselves out. Because just like on Shabbat, you don't want to be like extinguishing a flame unless your house is on fire with people in it. God forbid. But you want to let the candles burn out. So it's nice to have the right size candles so that they burn out in a reasonable amount of time. I also like these because they're super reasonably priced. I mean, you get a box of 72 of them for like, I don't know, $4 or $5, something like that. You can find those in any kosher grocery store or in the kosher section of a regular type grocery store. If you don't have a regular type grocery store or one with a kosher section in it, you can order those on Amazon. I'll put a link to that in the show notes below if you were living in the wilds where kosher candles don't reach, but Amazon does, because nobody should be left out of this nice thing to do. That's what to light, but when do you light them? Just like on Shabbat, on holidays, we don't light new fires, and so you want to light the candles shortly before the sun goes down on that first evening of the holiday. And just like on Shabbat, the best time to do this is the ideal time, not everybody's going to be perfect all the time, but the ideal time to light is 18 minutes before sundown. If you light them a little before, if you light them a little after a few minutes, not a big hairy deal. But 18 minutes before sundown is the best time, and if you can avoid it, try not to light them after it's already dark, because then you're lighting fires on the holiday. There's no like lightning or eternal damnation involved. It's just, if you're trying to do it right, you should do it at the right time. And if you're wondering how to find out what that right time is because you don't keep nautical charts of sundown times in your head, me neither. My favorite resource is a website called myzmanim.com. Zmanim is Hebrew for times, or specifically times that we do holy things. And if you go to that website, you can enter in your zip code or your city or state or space station ID number. I don't know. Actually, that wouldn't even work. Never mind. And it'll show you, based on your time zone and latitude and longitude, what the right time is to light candles. And so on the first night of any holiday, you light the candles the same kind of time where you would light them for Shabbat. What about the second night? If you're observing a 2-day holiday, you light candles for the second night also. But the right time to light on the second night is not the same time as the right time to light on the first night. Are you confused yet? Yeah, me too. Or I was anyway, until I spent 5 years in graduate school. But I can explain it to you in about 15 seconds. The candles for the second night should be lit after the second night has already started. And to be safe, we light at 42 minutes after sundown or about an hour after you lit candles on the first night, that time of day. But wait, John, I thought you said we couldn't light new fires during a holiday. Aha! If you're the kind of person who does the mitzvah of lighting candles, but also does the mitzvah of not lighting new fires during the holiday, there is a hack for that. The secret is you buy a big, long-burning candle that you light before your holiday candles on the first night. And you can get one of these big, long-burning candles at most grocery stores. It just has to be able to stay lit for more than 25 hours, long enough to light it, light your first night candles, and then it burns. And then on the second night, you don't light a new fire, but you transfer fire from the long burning candle to the other lights. This is probably more detail than you wanted to know, but I'm putting it all out there in case you want to do that this year. And second night lighting times are probably going to be on that Maizmanim website also. So now you know what to light, you know when to light them, but what do you say? What do you say? What do you say? I'm glad you asked. The answer is blessings. Gesundheit. Whenever we do the mitzvah of lighting candles for a holiday, we say the blessing for that mitzvah, just like we do on Shabbat, but the wording is slightly different because we're not lighting Shabbat candles. So instead of blessing God for giving us the commandment to light Shabbat candles, we're blessing God for giving us the commandment to light holiday candles. And that blessing is pretty much the same whether you're doing it on Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur or Sukkot. Hanukkah is different because there's lots of candles on Hanukkah, but I digest. And the blessing goes a little something like this. Now, normally I don't say blessings for things that I'm not actually doing, and I'm not actually lighting holiday candles right now. I'd show you, but I'm kind of running out of these. And it's considered a wasted blessing or a blessing in vain if you say a blessing and then don't do the thing, unless you are teaching somebody how to say that blessing. And so for the sake of teaching you, I'm going to say the blessing really slowly, and you can rewind it as many times as you like until you get the hang of it. You can find transliterations of this blessing online. I've even put a link to a good transliteration in the show notes below. And the blessing for lighting holiday candles goes something like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel yom tov. And that's the blessing you would say the first night and the second night, and then on the one night of Yom Kippur, and then on the first, and if it's your custom, the second night of Sukkot, if you have a second night of Sukkot, and then on the last one or two nights of Sukkot, depending on how you practice. That lahadlik ner shel yom tov is the same. But there's one more blessing you should know, and that blessing is the shehecheyanu, gesundheit. No, it's a real thing. It's just super hard to say. This is a blessing that blesses God for giving us life and sustaining us and allowing us to reach special moments in our lives, like the first time you do something really important, like graduate from a school or get married or invent cold fusion. That's definitely worthy of Shehecheyanu. If you've done that and forgot to say the blessing, it's okay. You could say it now. And call me. And you also say this blessing for something you do special that's only once a year, like, for example, Rosh Hashanah. And so after lighting the candles for Rosh Hashanah and saying the blessing for lighting the candles, you say the Shehecheyanu, but only on the first night, because on the second night, you've already said it for the first night. And then you'd also say it when you light the Yom Kippur candles, because that's the first time you've done that in a year, and on the first day of Sukkot, and then on Shmini Atzeret. And it goes a little something like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. And this means we bless God, the ruler of our universe, who gave us life, who sustained us throughout that life and took all the obstacles out of our way so that we could arrive in this special moment. Again, there's a transliteration of that in a link in the show notes below. Incidentally, if anybody's on the path to conversion to Judaism, that's how some people find my videos. The Shehecheyanu is also a blessing that you'll say as a part of that process. So it helps to learn it now. Hero, I so appreciate you're watching this whole video about lighting candles before holidays, what to light, when to light, and what to say when you light them. Next time, we're going to talk about prayers that are unique to the Rosh Hashanah service and time of year. And if you want to stay connected to this 31 video fall holiday challenge, make sure you click the link in the show notes below or mash this orange square over here. You'll get a downloadable holiday guide. You'll get links and email to all 31 videos. And if you join us before the end of August, you get entered to win a starter Jewish library. Thanks again, Hero. And until next time, peace. So much fire. See